Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer. Before anyone called it a nose, it was a wound. Rudolph was born screaming, not the sharp cry of a newborn, but a wet, choking sound, as if something inside him was trying to crawl out. The elves recoiled when they saw him. His face glowed from within, a deep crimson light pulsing beneath translucent skin. It was not warm. It was alive. Santa ordered silence. Miracles don't need explaining, he said, though he refused to look directly at the child. As Rudolph grew, the glow worsened. It seeped into the snow beneath his hooves, staining it pink where he stood too long. The light flickered when he slept, flaring violently during nightmares. And Rudolph always had nightmares, of vast, lightless spaces where something immense drifted closer every time he breathed. The other reindeer sensed it. Animals always do. They kept their distance, their eyes rolling white when Rudolph passed. When they mocked him, it was forced, brittle laughter, an instinctual attempt to make him small. But when the glow surged, when the air around him hummed and warped, they fled. Rudolph heard whispers, not voices exactly, more like pressure by thoughts pressed against his mind from the inside. They spoke of paths, of openings, of a hunger that had waited through frozen ages for a signal bright enough to reach it. The glow was that signal. Santa used Rudolph anyway. On the first fog-bound Christmas Eve, when the sky twisted into an impenetrable gray wall, Santa harnessed Rudolph to the sleigh. As they took flight, the red glow split the fog like flesh. The world noticed. Something shifted in the dark above the clouds. Children that year dreamed of wrong things. They woke screaming about hooves on ceilings, about antlers scraping against stars, about a red light pressing against their bedroom walls like an eye trying to blink open. The reindeer began to disappear after that. Cupid was found collapsed in the stables, his ribcage peeled outward as if something had unfolded from inside him. Blitzen vanished mid-flight. Only a smear of glowing red mist remained in the sky. The elves started boarding up windows. Prayers replaced carols. Rudolph felt it growing. The glow spread from his nose into his skull, down his spine. His reflection no longer matched his movements. Sometimes, when he turned his head, the reflection lagged behind, smiling wider than he did, eyes glowing red long after his own had dimmed. Santa finally confronted him. "What are you?" he asked, voice shaking. Rudolph tried to answer, but when he opened his mouth, the light poured out instead. The stable walls warped inward. The snow outside boiled. The sky screamed. That night, the North Pole cracked open. The red glow expanded, tearing the clouds apart, forming a vast, pulsing beacon visible from every corner of the world. And something answered. Not a sleigh, not a storm, a presence. Rudolph lifted into the air, his body splitting and unfolding into shapes that defied bone and flesh. Antlers branched endlessly, forming sigils that burned themselves into the sky. The glow was no longer his. It was using him. Santa watched as the sleigh was pulled upward, past the stars, into a vast red opening that closed like an eye. Christmas ended that night. Now, on winter evenings when the world grows too quiet, people report a red light hovering just beyond the clouds. Airplanes vanish near it. Animals flee from its glow. Children dream of something calling their name in a voice that sounds almost kind. They still call it Rudolph. But the light is no longer guiding the way. It is searching, and when it finds us, the sky will open again.